Hello everyone, Reid Abedeen with Safeguard Investment Advisory Group. We are a registered investment advisory firm. Our main goal is to educate pre and retirees on how to build and protect what they've spent a lifetime creating. So I want to talk to you about the topic of investment advice. Is the advice you're receiving complete? You know, there's two typical advisors that we tend to see in the industry. One who will tell you, gosh, you know, the markets have done really well, and don't you want your money to grow like the markets have over the past decade or so? And the answer for everyone would be absolutely, I want my money to go there. So they'll put you in an asset allocation portfolio. The other type of advisor that we'll tend to see is they'll say, gosh, you know what, you're in retirement and the markets can crash and you don't want to lose all your money. And everyone would say, no, I don't want to lose my money. So they'll tell you, look, you need to place it in something guaranteed, like a fixed annuity or an index annuity. Which one of these is going to be right? And I guess the answer is going to be at all times, one of them is going to be right and one of them is going to be wrong. And we tend to find that advice being incomplete. So some of the things that we tend to look at before giving advice on any individual or household is we will take a look at their total picture. And what I mean by that is this. We will assess the risk associated for that individual or that couple for that matter. So there's some questions that need to be asked to make sure that the risk that they are taking is appropriate. The second thing that needs to be looked at when getting advice is, gosh, how is your taxes going to look in the future? Because if we think that tax rates are going to come down, then this is not a concern for us moving forward. But believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be our biggest expense year in and year out. Number three that should be taken into consideration in the part of the advice is this: how much we are spending in fees. And number four, inflation needs to be addressed. And of course today, inflation is much more relevant at the rates it's going. But I tend to see a lot of times people are getting advice and these things are not being addressed. So when this occurs, the common conclusion to this is mistakes are generated. And here's why. When the markets go down, people feel pressure, they're taking on too much risk, or they feel they're taking on too much risk, so they'll make an emotional decision. And think about it. Whenever we have made emotional decisions, what typically ends up happening? It's usually bad things. So any type of decision you make should be an educated one. But before you do, all of these components have to in unison together. And that's what we believe advice becomes complete. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe below, and you will receive some future educational content that is geared around getting advice that is complete. Thank you.